This is the comeback video. So I can finally start making videos again. And I actually have several videos already recorded that I wanted to be first. But the timing is what it is. And so today's video is going to be a Nintendo Direct reaction. So next week, we're going to have the Nintendo Direct dedicated to the Switch 2. The fact that we're getting another direct right now for the Switch 1 just blows my mind. I don't know what Nintendo is thinking. I don't know what's going on. I feel a lot of games we might see today are games that are going to be buried next week. Who's going to care next week? So I'm very curious to see what they felt they had 36 minutes of to show us today in this video. It's just crazy. So yeah, no, there's not going to be a speech right now about where I've been, what I'm doing. The next few videos will explain that. You're going to have retro content, which I already recorded, like game hunting. There's going to be reactions and more stuff. Like I'm excited for what is going to come to my channel, and I hope you are too. But as of now, we're going to be reacting to the Nintendo Direct that happened on March 27th, focusing on the Nintendo Switch a week before it dies. I'm actually excited. It's a Nintendo Direct. Very excited. Like, what could they show? Like, I thought we had the Swan Song already last year. I don't know. Dragon Quest. I mean, is it gonna be just a bunch of old stuff that we already know? Like Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remastered? I mean, they're cool, but do we need a direct for this? Looks amazing though. Absolutely amazing. Again, is this what my reaction is gonna be? Old stuff, we already know. Man, that 2D HG is really like finding like its stride. It's an absolutely cool gaming technique genre, what do you want to call it? At this point, there's like at least 10 games that use this already, so it almost is a genre. Also, I'm sorry if my voice is weird, and if I'm sniffling or sneezing, I'm pretty sick right now.
We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2.
They even announced it. This is crazy. Nintendo is cooking up some shit. No sleep for Konami Date. No. Oh, it's the Summon Files. Okay.
You are Konami Date, a special agent with a
Played nothing of this franchise. I know nothing about this franchise.
Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews to investigate Iris's whereabouts.
I'm not too big of a fan of... I can't think of the word right now. Visual novel style games. I don't really care. July, man. I mean, it could obviously overlap with the Switch too. This whole thing is just wild. I have no idea what to make of any of it now at this point. Getting Switch games still. I mean, usually they often support consoles and stuff still after a new system is out.
Demons can also be useful outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in
I guess a lot of companies were making games that they just can't switch over.
Consume darkness. With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world, where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as PAC. But who is this spherical stranger, moored in a mysterious, maze-like world?
So yeah, it's basically gonna be a bunch of indies and remasters. I doubt there's gonna be some crazy Nintendo game that's gonna show up.
By examining your surroundings, you can phase shift and combine with PAC to explore areas you couldn't reach before.
Why does it look and sound like Pac-Man?
The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies,
I mean, it looks great.
temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to unleash powerful attacks.
Pac-Man fusion crazy horror RPG thing.
Consuming your prey, you'll collect resources
I mean,
that can then be used
you got
to
me
enhance
interested,
your
man.
abilities.
You got me interested.
Work to uncover Puck's true goal and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience
Okay, this
the twist
demon
of the iconic
Pac-Man
Pac
game,
Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo
I need
Switch
it.
July 18th.
Shadow Labyrinth. And even has Pac-Man in the thing. This is some crazy
The
stuff.
rhythmic march begins. Fourth, when Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch July 11th.
And Bandai Namco is like churning out these games at the death of the Switch.
Welcome to Zephyr Town.
Fantasy Life
Cozy
2?
place nestled in a windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Oh, it is. Oh, Story of Seasons.
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS
So
system,
technically,
this
Story of
immersive farming
Seasons
sim has no
is the
shortage of
original
activities
Harvest
to get up
Moon.
to.
I've often and for a long time complained about the quality of Harvest Moon,
For animals.
both in gameplay and graphics.
Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly
Because like this franchise hasn't evolved.
As bazaar sales grow, you'll
This
help
looks
the
pretty
once
good.
famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals.
I like these cutscenes too, the quality of it.
And maybe nurture a relationship if you find that.
Oh yeah, this looks
special
pretty
someone.
good. I feel finally it looks like kind of a next-gen Harvest Moon. Of course.
Can make travel and other tasks a breeze.
Robert of Gaming with me says every game needs a glider.
The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when.
I feel this is the
Story
first
of Seasons
Harvest
Grand
Moon
Bazaar
Story of
launches
Seasons
on the Nintendo
that
Switch
actually
system
kind of
August
looks
27th.
current Jenny. August 27th.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of
Yeah,
Seasons
that looks
series.
good.
Next, please take a look at this.
Was it Prime? No. Damn, this looks good. Oh, it is Prime! Oh, this looks good. That art style it has. Is this in-game, that art style? Oh, this looks so good. Looks like a movie. Oh, and the music. Let's go.
Planet Vuros.
Absolute
This
perfection.
finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
Jesus, look at this.
In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
I like that she's putting the hand to the visor for man. This looks sick.
She's not alone though. Abhorrent alien creatures.
This looks absolutely sick. Oh, that's a swan song. Look at that background. It looks like concept art. It looks so good.
Towards the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to
I mean,
open
that's for the motion control stuff, I assume.
They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power.
Oh, that looks satisfying to do.
But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Yeah, that's cool. Look at this. Listen, Jesus, it's so good. That's what I mean, man. Look at what the Switch can do.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and
Realistically,
are beginning
I
to
want it to be on Switch too.
tale.
And I'll just pick it up on the Switch too. I'll wait if I have to. 2025. What was that? That's some sexy ass new outfit.
It looks like even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic.
Do we even know if this is cross-gen? Has that ever been confirmed by
Let's move
Nintendo?
on to some more headlines.
Like, realistically, do we even know if that's coming out on Switch too?
Mischief?
What, Mischief
Once
Makers?
upon a time, there was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest
I think Disney.
potion
Yeah, I
of
don't
the
care.
cursed cafe,
Don't care.
you'll craft
The Metroid
potions
Prime
from Disney
4.
villains. And
Do we even know that that is coming to Switch 2? Is that something people are just assuming?
elixirs.
Is it people are just assuming it's gonna be cross-gen? Have we always been saying that, or did Nintendo confirm that anywhere?
You can upgrade your ingredients to produce some
game
wildly
looks so
wicked
good.
creations.
Metroid,
The
not
potions you make
this.
can influence each customer's story.
This actually
Now
looks
with
pretty
friends at
fun.
their homes. Take on
This looks
various
like something I
jobs to
could
help
spend
pay for tuition.
hundreds of hours in.
Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op.
Oh, with the car, man, this looks pretty good.
The road to graduation and beyond. Are
It's like you
ready for
can't
this
play
spellbinding journey?
everything. Like you wanna play everything.
Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
I mean, yeah, that looks pretty fun. I'd get that.
Action, adventure, and arcade games await. Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and
Look at
wonders
that.
collide.
Some
Upgrade your
Ghibli
trusty
shit.
cane with magical parts. Then use its ability to make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist. A company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and
But
people
like,
who
yeah,
live in the
I
city.
feel it looks better than previously, but it's something about it just feels so
Scattered all over
soulless.
town are wild zones.
I don't know, something about it doesn't look right.
These areas are special environments
all
where
empty.
wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city. You can catch Pokemon here. But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops. Day and night are 2 sides to Lumio City.
I feel this starting to get there when it comes to the graphics and stuff.
What will you find
But it's like I said, it just
on
something about it just feels so
Pokemon
soulless.
Legends CA launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Nintendo Switch later this year.
With your eyes closed.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series. Rhythm Heaven Groove.
2026 on the Switch.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
That's a
Brand
scary
new
announcement.
in the Rhythm Heaven series. It includes lots.
Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
I mean, clearly they're doing this because the Switch 2 is coming out. Like, why else would you show this?
If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card.
Such a strange thing to announce at the end of the Switch's life cycle. Clearly the only use of this they had in mind is because of the Switch 2.
Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time. To a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you.
That is
Digital
wild.
games even easier to use.
How does it make it easier to use? You have a 2-week deadline?
The virtual game card feature lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April. Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
I wonder why late April.
An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing onto Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the Royal Heir, and Will the Explorer.
It won't be long till we get Secret of Evermore.
Legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG. Experience the original story, along with brand new
Of course this is cool, but like, who has the time to play all these RPG, man? There's like a million coming out, and a million being remastered.
Transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await. Embark on peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure.
That's a vibe, man. I don't think I've ever heard of it before. I've absolutely played it. It's like some Escher shit.
All their additional chapters, add-on free, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Game footage not final. Hot Shots Golf? Oh. Yeah, it is Hot Shots.
Aim, time your button press.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And take your shot.
Nice shot.
Perform backspins from close quarters combatants to aerial aces. You can mix and match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities.
Yeah, that looks
And
cool.
swap between your team of two at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus, up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play.
The Venom attack, pretty cool.
The fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this
That's
holiday.
cool.
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game announcement. Please take a look.
Our last announcement. So is there gonna be some crazy Nintendo thing before the Switch dies off? Animal Crossing? It's not. Oh shit, Tomodachi Life.
How refreshing.
Robert must be dying over this.
Hiya. Tomodachi Life, living the dream.
$2026 again.
Did you want to talk?
That's not scary at all.
Glad that was only a dream.
That was Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. The first new entry in the series in over 10 years. In the trailer, we saw Mii characters.
Only 10 years, bruh. You have franchises twice and I haven't seen anything twice as long.
We hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so far. Our final announcement is something a little different that's not a game. Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Is it the Mario movie trailer maybe? Would it be?
Watching today's Nintendo Direct.
So, I mean, in general, I wasn't expecting more from this Direct than it was. You got a bunch of remakes and remasters, mostly old stuff, mostly indie stuff. The main Nintendo stuff we saw was more Pokemon, which again looks good, just a bit soulless, but definitely feels like they're heading into the right direction. You got like a new, what is it, Rhythm Heaven, you got Tomodachi, you know, all in all, there were actually some new announcements also. I'm actually excited for that app, but yeah, man, that Prime, Metroid Prime Beyond looks absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So it was a fun direct. It was definitely a fun direct. More than I was expecting, but I'm gonna forget about this in a couple of days. Because like the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 is coming up. Like that's all that matters. But again, there were some great games in here, even indie games that I'm actually excited for to play. But you can't play it all. And that Switch 2 Direct, I know that my budget is already going to be, you need the Switch 2, you need the Mario game, you need the Mario Kart, you need all this stuff. So all the stuff you saw here now, if I had to choose apart from Metroid, unless it releases on Switch 2, I can't even care about it. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this Nintendo Direct. It was, honestly, it was a good Direct. It was a good Direct. But it's like, how can I care with the Direct for the Switch 2, like only a few days away? Let's be honest. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. If you had any like highlights from this Direct, if you even feel like you can stay excited for it, definitely let me know and subscribe, because like I mentioned before, tons of content has already been recorded and is going to come on my channel. Like I'm going to be back making content again. I really look forward to it. I guess I'll see you guys at the latest next week.
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.